In IELTS Writing Task 2, many candidates lose points not because their English is weak, but because they answered the wrong question. I've seen essays with good grammar, strong vocabulary, and clear organization that still score poorly for one simple reason. The writer misunderstood the task. In this video, I'll show you how to avoid that and write what IELTS is actually testing. Hi, I'm Ethan. In this video, I'm sharing 4 important tips that will help you improve your IELTS Writing Task 2 score and avoid costly mistakes. We'll look at a typical task and break down what IELTS is really looking for. Let's start. The biggest waste in IELTS Writing Task 2 is writing a very good answer to the wrong question. I've read many essays with solid grammar, strong vocabulary, and clear organization that would still lose a lot of points in the actual exam, simply because the writer misunderstood the task. Many test takers start writing too quickly without taking time to properly read, analyze, and understand what the task is actually asking. Look at this example question. Many manufactured food and drink products contain high levels of sugar, which causes many health problems. Sugary products should be made more expensive to encourage people to consume less sugar. Do you agree or disagree? First, you should identify what the task is about. This task is about manufactured food and drink products and the health problems linked to high sugar consumption. Next, you should identify the proposed solution, making sugary products more expensive to reduce consumption. That's the core idea you should respond to. Now let's do a second check. What is this task not about? It's not about other nutrients like saturated fat, and it's not about natural sugar in fruit. If you write about those things, you go off topic and you lose points. Finally, you should understand the question. Here it is. Do you agree or disagree? This is not a question about what other people think. It's about your opinion. You should choose your position, come up with supporting ideas, plan what you're going to write in each paragraph, and then start writing. A few minutes of careful analysis can save your entire essay. One of the Band 7 requirements in IELTS Writing Task 2 is presenting a clear position throughout the essay. In simple terms, the examiner should always know exactly what you think and what your opinion is. Let's look at our question one more time. You're asked whether you agree or disagree with making sugary products more expensive in order to reduce consumption. This means the whole essay is built around what you think. For your position, you have 3 logical options. You agree, you disagree, or you take a balanced position. A balanced position means agreeing with one part of the task and disagreeing with another part of it in a clear and controlled way. For example, I agree that sugary drinks can be harmful to health, but I disagree with making them more expensive because I think we should respect people's choices. Here, I break the question into 2 ideas, agree with one of them, and disagree with the other one. That's a clear, balanced position. A serious mistake would be this. I agree that sugary products should be made more expensive because of health problems, but I also disagree with it because people should have freedom of choice. Now I'm agreeing and disagreeing with the same idea at the same time. That's a contradiction that hurts my score. When I said you should also pay attention to the question of the task, here is what I mean. In an agree-disagree essay, for example, you write about your own opinion. It could be one-sided, only agree or only disagree, or it could be a balanced approach. You're not required to explain what other people think, and you're not expected to balance two opposing ideas unless the question clearly asks you to. Our current question is a good example. Many manufactured food and drink products contain high levels of sugar, which causes many health problems. Sugary products should be made more expensive to encourage people to consume less sugar. Do you agree or disagree? Here, your job is to choose a position and support it. That's it. Now compare this with a similar task with a two-sided discussion question. Some people believe that sugary food and drink products should be made more expensive to reduce health problems. Others argue that increasing prices is unfair and ineffective. Discuss both these views and give your own opinion. In this task, you must discuss both sides first and only then give your opinion. Different wording means a different task. If you mix these question types, you lose points, even if your English is good and your essay is nicely written. In another video, I explain the different question types in IELTS Writing Task 2 and how you should approach each type. One of the main scoring requirements in IELTS Writing Task 2 is idea development. That means you can't simply mention ideas and move on. You need to explain them, support them, and make their relevance clear to the reader. Look at this example. Making sugary food and drinks more expensive can reduce consumption because higher prices discourage people from buying unhealthy products. This policy could also improve public health by lowering obesity rates. Finally, governments could use the extra tax revenue to support healthcare. At first glance, this paragraph looks fine. The grammar is accurate, the vocabulary is okay, and the ideas sound reasonable. But the development of ideas is weak. This is what's happening. One idea per sentence. No further explanation. No examples. None of the ideas are explored in depth. On top of that, the paragraph has no clear topic sentence telling us what the paragraph is really about. There's also a connection problem. Mentioning tax revenue sounds clever, but it isn't clearly linked to reducing sugar consumption. Good grammar and vocabulary are not enough. If your ideas are unclear, underdeveloped, or irrelevant, your score will suffer, even if your English is strong. Now let's improve that paragraph. First, we need a clear topic sentence. Making sugary food and drink products more expensive can be an effective way to reduce sugar consumption and improve public health. This sentence tells the reader exactly what the paragraph is going to be about. Now we'll write the first idea. Higher prices can discourage people from buying unhealthy products. Now let's develop this idea. When sugary products become more expensive, many consumers start to think twice before purchasing them, especially when cheaper and healthier alternatives are available. Now let's write a second idea using a linking word that shows connection. As a result, reducing the consumption of sugary food and drinks can help lower the risk of serious health problems such as obesity and diabetes. And now we add an example. For instance, if people regularly replace sugary drinks with water or unsweetened beverages, their daily sugar intake drops significantly, which can lead to long-term health benefits. Finally, we'll summarize the paragraph. Overall, increasing the price of sugary products can encourage healthier choices and contribute to better public health outcomes. This is what I mean when I say a fully developed paragraph. And now let's see what the fourth tip is. This tip is extremely important. Write a conclusion. If your essay doesn't end with a good conclusion, you will be penalized and your task response score will drop significantly. Even if you're running out of time, shorten your body paragraph if you must, but always leave time for a one-sentence conclusion paragraph. Ideally, a conclusion does three things: briefly summarizes your main ideas, clearly restates your opinion if the question asks for it, and includes a short prediction or recommendation. The last point is optional though. Now, here is a sample conclusion for our question. In conclusion, I agree that increasing the price of manufactured food and drinks with high sugar content is an effective way to reduce consumption and improve public health. While this approach may not change everyone's behavior, it can discourage excessive sugar intake and encourage healthier choices by many consumers. This conclusion answers the question, summarizes the idea, and clearly states my opinion. Simple, focused, effective. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it was clear and useful for your IELTS preparation. If you found it helpful, please hit subscribe and leave a comment below. Your comments make me really happy. If there is any part of IELTS you want me to make a video about, let me know in your comment. By the way, in my next video, I write a full Band 7 Plus Task 2 essay using this exact question and go through every step. Don't miss that one. Good luck with your preparation. Ciao.